Alright, so I think I'm due for a haircut, so wish me luck.
I've been squinting this whole video.
I think... What do I do now? Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm here with Kirsty today.
Hello.
We're both drinking some coffee, and Kirsty's going to help me drink some coffee. Can I please have some? Thank you. So, even though Kirsty did that, she's actually not in fact my carer. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So, she's actually my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And not my carer. So, those two things can be independent of each other.
Yeah.
That's pretty much a spoiler for the whole video. But anyway, we'll talk more about that in a sec.
Carl did a video on why having support workers during lockdown is good. So we thought we might do one on, why I'm not Carl's carer or support worker. I'm just his girlfriend. So in Australia, we're lucky enough to have funding, or Carl's lucky enough to have funding for all his support workers. So through the National Disability Insurance Scheme, or the NDIS. So that means that he's in a position that he doesn't need to have family or friends or myself doing any of his support.
Apart from helping me with coffee.
Yeah.
Can I have some coffee, please? Thanks. Yeah, so that means that the government pays money to me, and I use that to hire support workers, and they can, get me dressed in the morning, help me with a shower, help with lunch, do some washing and the dishes and that type of thing. And then same thing, putting me to bed and all of that. Which means Kirsty doesn't have to do that. It doesn't mean that she doesn't do anything. Like, this morning you put the dishwasher on.
I did.
So that was really
good.
And
I still do normal jobs around the house.
Yeah.
But, it's we sort of do our equal share.
Yeah.
Most of the time anyway.
And even though I can't actually do some of the things myself, that's what the support workers are for. So, it might be, I might get one of my support workers to load the dishwasher, and then, Kirsty might unload the dishwasher. And it's really mundane and not very exciting, but that's what they're there for. And I think it'll be tricky if Kirsty had to do everything, because number one, you'll be really tired and maybe grumpy all the time.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Probably grumpy.
And number two, it wouldn't be like it wouldn't feel like an equal relationship, I think. I don't know. You can talk while I drink.
I work full time. So if Carl didn't have support workers, I wouldn't be able to do that. If I was his primary carer, I wouldn't be able to help Carl get up in the morning and then go to work, and then he wouldn't have any lunch, and then get home and then do all of that. I just would be a mess, to be honest, if I did all that. So so it's nice, they were able to do our own thing. I don't want to be working full time. I enjoy work. It's I enjoy doing that. And I think after these, we've both been working from home for the last 7 months. And I think we've really realised that, we get on well, but we do like to do our own thing at times. And being together 24/7 is not what we enjoy doing.
Yeah, I mean, because there's nothing really to talk about, because you say, what did you do at work? And then I already kind of know what Kirsty did at work because she was in the other room. But that's more of a problem with the coronavirus, working from home
Yeah.
restrictions. But you know, another option. Lots of people have their family members providing all of the disability care and support, and that, you know, normally kind of works okay for, you know, maybe for kids to a certain degree. But when I got older and, you know, want more independence, you know, you don't really want your mum and dad helping with everything. You want to be independent, and I suppose that also means that, you know, my parents, they probably don't want to be doing that either. They want to be doing their own thing and not having to worry about looking after me. And so the relationship that I can have with them is then a bit more quote unquote normal, because I'm not relying on them to do all of the, you know, manual labour tasks and things like that. And as Kirsty was saying, it's, you know, we're really lucky that we do have the NDIS, so the insurance scheme that pays for all of the support workers. It also pays for things like, you know, wheelchairs and equipment and that type of thing. But yeah, and this was only a possibility in the last couple of years, because the NDIS is still relatively new. And I know in different countries it's very different. You know, in America it can be a bit harder to afford to have support workers or attendants. You know, I don't really know much about the American system, but I know that, you know, there is some degree of cost people have to pay for that, and that means that some people in America might have to rely more on family or partners. But we're lucky in that regard, in that we don't have to have that happen.
And I think it works well for us, Carl, having support workers, because, you know, I might want to go to the gym after work or go out for dinner with friends, and I wouldn't want to not be able to do that because I had to, you know, get home so that Carl could eat dinner.
You wouldn't want to have to make a sacrifice for, you know, to make sure I'm fed.
And it works well because Carl's got his support workers are really flexible and able to sort of fit in with what he's wanting. So there might be times, not this year really, but like last year, where I might last minute have decided, you know, had a friend ask if I wanted to go out for dinner or something, and then Carl's able to find a support worker sort of last minute to help him with dinner if we've been planning on having dinner together or something.
And even things like if we won't have a sleep in the morning, you know, I can text my support worker and say, oh, can you please come in a bit later than normal, and that way you know, we've got really flexible
or
lives.
we used to go to the clubs as well.
Used to go to the clubs all the time.
And, you know, get home at 4
a.m.
Yeah,
obviously.
No, we never went to clubs. But we'd go to concerts and stuff and maybe get home at 11.
Or even
or midnight.
Going out for dinner and stay a bit too long. But having that flexibility is good.
Yeah.
And I think also, you know, we're talking here about the fact that Kirsty, you know, wouldn't want to be my support worker. She'd rather be my girlfriend. But also, you know, I wouldn't want her to be my support worker all the time either, because, you know, that for me that will be a bit frustrating. You know, because as I was saying before, you know, you don't want to have to see someone 24/7 all the time. It's good having a bit of a bit of space from someone, and also some of the, you know, things required of a support worker, you know, is not very you know, glamorous. So, you know, having a shower or going to the toilet or, you know, getting dressed, you know, these things aren't really very romantic. So I probably wouldn't want Kirsty doing that all the time. It'll kill the vibe, which, you know, it's a very cool thing to say, wasn't it?
And we also, when we went overseas, Carl brought a couple of support workers with him. I have family in England, so I went a few weeks earlier just to see my family for a few weeks. So we wouldn't have been able to do that if Carl didn't have support workers.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just good to have other people there with all the luggage, and to, you know, I could go off for a little walk or something in the morning while Carl was getting ready. Yeah.
And I think we do have to do a video one day about the big European holiday we had at the start of this year. Feels like forever ago, because at the moment we're still pretty much stuck in our houses. But yeah, we'll talk about that one day. But it was really, really fun. And again, you know, we're in a really lucky position to be able to have support workers and that type of thing.
If you have any questions about Carl's support workers, or any questions at all that you want to know, just feel free to leave those in the comments. And yeah, give the video a like if you enjoyed it.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Can I please have some more coffee? Yep. Goodbye.